bike from scratch. Bottom bearing right here. Down in there, set the frame down. Put the top bearing in.
Go louder.
And then put the top one in. And we got our bottom piece. But don't over tighten it, because if you do, you'll break either the top bearing or the bottom bearing. You gotta line it up just right. Three pieces of puzzle. Slide that on, slide this on, and tighten that down. And we'll grab our other parts. That's done and tight. Make sure these line up. Slide it in. And then require ratchet. Then we got to make sure they're nice and straight before we put the tire on. See, it's now nice and straight. Now comes the forks, the seat post and the seat post thing and the Allen wrench. Probably should have moved my tools more towards me. That way I can just grab it and get to work. That on properly, and then seat, tighten it up. You gotta make sure it's in line with the handlebars. when you're putting in your crank bearings, you got to make sure that they're in nice and snug, but yet you don't break them. The other one and the tightening pieces to the puzzle, which my assistant will kindly scoot over a crescent wrench behind her. Thank you very much, assistant. And my cameraman.
Woman.
Good point. My camera woman. So we'll properly tighten this down, but not too tight, because if you do that, the crank won't even move, and you run the risk of breaking the bearings. How many minutes are we into the video?
6.5.
Okay, we're still good. This will be done in not even 5 more minutes. There's not even that many more pieces to go. All we have to do now, after this, is put the pedal, the chain, and the 2 rims on, and the pegs, and then we have ourselves a complete bike. Built from bare nothing to something. Sure that's properly onto the threads, which is very hard to do. So you gotta get it just right. There we go.
Up to 8.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, cameraman. We're trying to watch time because we can't go over more than 15 minutes on YouTube.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah. I agree with you.
But you gotta have a limit.
Right. Then people will be uploading hour-long videos. Okay. Now we require the pedal, which I'll put on finger tight, which I'll start to tighten by my hand. That way it gets properly in, that way it doesn't get affected by anything. Okay, pedals properly tightened. Now we will put on 1 rim for right now. We'll put it onto the frame, onto the handlebar, onto the fork. And now comes the putting. We put on the chain. You got to put one side on one side and then one side under the frame. That way it can properly move. Then we need our other 2 pieces to our little puzzle, our little bike building puzzle. Oops. Tactical error. Okay. Once it's connected onto the chain, you put the clip. That way when you're riding, the chain doesn't decide to come apart. Now it's on. now comes the back rim. And we will be done in 5 minutes, in 2 seconds. We will be done.
Oh, that's good, 'cause you're almost on 11.
Yep. That's why I'm not going to put. That's why I'm not going to put the pegs on at the minute, because I'm almost on time, out of time. Tighten it down properly. Then comes the back peg.
Coming on 12.
As fast as I can. Well, I'm almost done anyway, cameraman.
Woman.
Excuse me. But I'm almost done.
There you go. Some of it tight.
Thank you. Okay. I think we're almost out of time. Can I do it?
12 and a half. Ta-da.
There you go.